Everyone was blown away by what she looked like, and they'd be inclined to compliment her on her blue eyes or her perfect teeth. So we don't want to be like everybody else. We don't want to do what they do. So this is her profile. Colorado native. Unapologetically spoiled. Wifey material. Adrenaline junkie. A lawyer in the making. Extreme sports or anything outdoors. I write poetry, cook, and pray every day. I fuck passionately. I travel often. I love my family. I'm a daughter of Oshun. I actually had to look this one up. Apparently Oshun is a spirit, a deity, or goddess that reflects one of the manifestations of God in the Yoruba religion. And the last thing in her profile was, why y'all made God male? Okay, so before even doing any messaging, we've learned that some might consider this girl to be the total package. You know, she loves family, being outside, hard worker, well-cultured, and is a bit of a daredevil. However, when I see wifey material in a profile, this is something to take note of. Whenever someone has this in their profile, I like to put them in their own category. What's the name of this category? I don't really know. I don't have one. But what I do know is that this person often has a rough exterior. They're resilient, almost to a fault. And I feel like sometimes they have an issue trusting people. So we're going to have to be careful, tread lightly, and move things very slowly. You know, these people, these wifey material people, they're independent. They don't need anyone. And the conversation might be a bit of work. But once you're able to pierce through, you know, they wear their heart on their sleeve. They're actually quite a sweetheart. Wifey material is a way of saying or screaming, I'm the shit. I know it. I'm great. I'm perfect. It takes a real man to handle me. And I won't settle for anything less. It seems like a bit of overcompensation. Kind of like the guy who drives the Hummer. Sorry, Hummer drivers. But do you see George Clooney driving one? No, he doesn't need to. He's just the man, and he knows it. But are these wifey material people, are they really that great? Well, this particular girl and that list of things in her profile seems to hint at yes, but it is only through some messaging when we will find out. You know, she sounds like a handful, but my client was up for the task he wanted me to pursue, so I went ahead and I sent the first message. Ghetto spiritual, ? Let's talk about this. So it was either this or why y'all made God male. I feel like that might be a little bit delicate of a topic, especially for the beginning of a conversation. And if you remember from my first episode, I like to avoid delicate topics, especially in the very beginning of conversations on online dating sites. It's so much could go wrong. Also, too, we don't want to make it seem like we're the type to antagonize or troll. Okay, let's, she says. Well, what is it? Does it have anything to do with living in a rough Italian neighborhood, aka the Spaghetto? This might be one of the best follow-ups I have ever sent as an opening message, ever. Can I take credit for creating the joke off the top of my head? Well, I once heard a different version of that joke years ago from some comic. I had a top 100 one-liners of all time. I got a book for my birthday, and I found it in there. But still, can I get some credit for executing it with such precision? Laughter is always the best medicine. I always think that self-deprecating humor, actually any humor, is perfect in profiles and conversation if used in moderation. Balance, remember? What I did is I decided to set her up and let her throw me a softball. I knew she wouldn't get into explaining what she meant right away. Instead, my opener implied that I had some things to say, whether it be correct or incorrect, and needed answers. H-A-H-A-H-A-H-A. She laughs. She laughed. It's perfect. And now you as a listener, what do you think we should do next? A, try to make her laugh again. B, compliment her on her photos or her profile. C, ask if getting a laugh earned us a phone number. Or D, introduce ourselves politely. If you selected A, you are correct. I think this is the best move here. We went with A. We wanted to release more of those endorphins. But after that, we got to cool it with the jokes for a little bit. Also, once you become a lawyer in addition to your ability to cook, is it safe to say you'll be a sous chef? ? Julia, forgive me. Your profile is giving me so much ammo to make these jokes here. I'll put the rest on hold. How's it going? Okay, so 2 very corny jokes back to back I sent. But then we reassured her that we know when to stop and that she's not getting messaged by Seinfeld. We have a serious side too. Sounds like your neighborhood had the sauce, she said. Too much sauce, I reply. Yes, a reference by, I think his first name is Nivadius Demoon Wilburn, the artist known as Future, for all you hip-hop aficionados. I wanted to see if, in addition to this whole jack-of-all-trades lifestyle that she proclaims to having, I wanted to see if she knows hip-hop.